How we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Chelsea. We are back. Feels weird that we've actually had a week off. We've been able to just chill and, of course, enjoy beating Tottenham in the North London derby. I'm still laughing about it now, but listen, we're now getting to that real business end of the season. Are we going to get many more breaks? Probably not. So we need to have enjoyed this one because the games are going to be coming thick and fast in all competitions because we're still in all competitions. And a lot has happened over this week. And most notably, Champions League, the draw has been done. We know our pathway now. And there has been an absolute meltdown on social media because of the pathway that we have been given. When all of the Champions League games had finished by Wednesday, you had a clearer picture of what the possible scenarios were. And it was very evident that you wanted to be on the blue side of the draw, not the silver side. But then the way the draw went and some of the teams got pulled out, it was even more evident, do not get put on the silver side. We didn't. We got put on the blue side. Now I'm going to make this very clear. Whilst our draw is very favourable, you still can't take anything for granted. All right? Man City fans have to be the funniest set of fans I've ever met. Because they're sitting there saying that we have such an easy draw, how it's a fix and all the rest of it, because we could well be playing Bodo Glimt and we are playing Bayer Leverkusen. But they're conveniently forgetting that during the league phase, the two teams that they lost to were Bodo Glimt and Leverkusen. So hold on a minute. We've got an easy pathway, but we could be playing two teams that you lost to. Don't change. Seriously, you lot are just absolutely off your heads. But yeah, listen, I think everybody kind of gets how it's all, worked out now. And obviously we play Bayer Leverkusen. If we beat them, we go to the quarterfinals and we play the winners of Bodo Glimt against Sporting Lisbon. A lot of people are saying that if you go to Bodo Glimt, it's the Arctic Circle, it's going to be -10 and all the rest of it. First and foremost, we have played at Bodo Glimt already and we beat them a couple of years or so ago. And secondly, given the time of the month when we would be there, it actually wouldn't be that cold. So it's not bad. If we get through a quarter-final, then we can face one of four teams in a semi-final, which is Newcastle, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, or Tottenham. Atletico Madrid, of course, have Tottenham and Newcastle have Barcelona. I do think that Barcelona and Atletico are going to go through in those games. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But we'll get into the Champions League, as and when. Of course, we're in the FA Cup. We've got Mansfield Town in a week's time, I think it is. Early kickoff for that one. And then, of course, we've got the Carabao Cup final. And again, just quickly alluding to the Champions League, the reason why everything could be good and more beneficial to us is with Man City going in that silver side, they've got to play Real Madrid. Now, they're playing Real Madrid literally a few days before they play us in the Carabao Cup final. So how's that going to fare with them? If they do get through their round of 16 match against Real Madrid, then they could well be playing Bayern Munich, who have Atalanta. Now, if they do get through there and they have to play Bayern Munich, they will be playing Bayern Munich in the week leading up to when they play us in the league at the Etihad. Another tough game for them. So, yeah, listen, and of course, they've then got potential semi-finals if they get through them against PSG, Chelsea. I forgot who the other semi-final is, sorry, but Yeah, Liverpool, Galatasaray, sorry. So yeah, listen, it's all good. But this game, Chelsea, at the end of the day, they're going to be, pushing for a Champions League spot. Aston Villa have absolutely imploded. Um, and, by what, the end of today, I think Manchester United are playing today, actually. Um, they could well not even be third anymore on goal difference. They could be below Manchester United now. So watch that game against Wolves yesterday, and Villa have just fallen off a cliff. They're just really poor at the moment. And Unai Emery not shaking Rob Edwards' hand at the end of the game. Where have I seen that one before? But yeah, listen, so Chelsea are going to be fully up for this game because they're going to, see a little opening. But they do have some injuries and some other situations that they've got to deal with. There's going to be no Cucurella for this game. He's injured, so no one's getting their shins kicked off. There's going to be no Fofana because he is suspended after being sent off last week. There's no Esteval. He's injured as well. But apart from that, I think they have a full, clean bill of health. So Cole Palmer, the likes of Reece James, and they've got some dangerous players there. And on their day, they can be a good side. And what I will say is that their away record is a lot better than their home record. So we're going to have to be careful. We have already played them 3 times this season, drawn 1, won 2. Most notably knocking them out of the Carabao Cup semi-final, winning both games. But yeah, this is one of those games where you look at the last remaining fixtures for us, the last 10, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, Man City and Chelsea are probably 2 sides in there that you're going big games. But the rest, we should be taking care of business. But Man City, they're, of course, away to Leeds United later today at Ellen Road. Tough game that's going to be, I think. If they can drop points, a draw, a defeat would be amazing. But if that was to happen, then what kind of incentive is that for us moving forward? But if Man City win, of course, the gap is 2. And we'll have to just go about our business in the same way that we did against Spurs last week, try and win the game, bring it back up to 5. We'll have a game more. You know how it's all working now. So, yeah. And also, again, alluding back to the Champions League, but something that's more beneficial in our sense in that is that our Premier League fixture against Everton has now been moved from a Sunday to a Saturday. And Manchester City's game, I can't remember who they were playing, but their game for that weekend as well, which was going to be earlier on the Saturday, has now moved to 8 p.m. So what that actually means is that on a weekend we were going to be playing after Man City again. We're now playing before Man City. So that could be beneficial. Could have the opportunity of increasing a lead. And listen, it's all psychological and everything. We're getting to that business end now, the big run-in. So it's a huge game. Huge game. We just got, to go about our business, get our job done, try and get the 3 points, and then we can move on to the next one. And that's as simple as that, one game after another. So with that said, let's go and get into the lineup. In goal, David Raya. Very simple, very straightforward. Right back, Jurrien Timber. Had a nice week's rest, will have needed it. Christian Mosquera, when he came on against Spurs, by the way, very, very good. Right centre-back, William Saliba. Left centre-back, Gabriel. And again, those are both very straightforward decisions. And then left-back will be Nketiah. Very, very impressed with him over the last month or so. I think he's really starting to make that position his own now. And that's testament to him because Calafiori can't get back into the side. That simple. In the midfield, first of all, Martin Zubimendi, again, another player that will have enjoyed the week's rest. So very straightforward. On the right-hand side, I think it will be Bukayo Saka. Sitting there hesitating for a moment. Our brain went somewhere else. But no, very straightforward. He will play the game. And it's that simple. In that kind of 10 role, I do think it will be Martin Odegaard. I think he will come back into the side. I think that's what Mikel Arteta will do. Don't panic. Hold yourselves before you start shouting at the TV and say, where's Eze? Where's Eze? Relax. Next to him will be Declan Rice. Again, another player that will have definitely enjoyed the week off. But yeah, listen, the one thing I say about Declan is that there's been so much talk lately, and he seems to be the focus with the cameras at the moment. You know, get his reaction at the end of a game, get his reaction during the game. There's a lot of talk and all the rest of it. And you're thinking, just let's get on with the game. But Declan Rice, no issues, no problem at all. And then on the left-hand side, Eberechi Eza. I would try him again there. I think he's more favourable when he's playing on that left kind of area and he moves inside. I think Trossard has been quiet of late. I wouldn't start Martinelli. Listen, for me, Eza starts. Couple of goals in the North London derby, be absolutely buzzing. Mikel Arteta himself has said that he knows now what he needs to do to get the best out of Eza. So we will see. It's very, very simple. So he starts the game. And then up front as the main striker will be Victor Gyökeres. Superb performance against Spurs. That's the best I've seen him in an Arsenal shirt. His hold-up play, everything he was doing was absolutely spot on. And it's exactly what we're going to need moving forward. And if he can really start to score goals and be as good as he was against Spurs in all of his games, then it could be a very, very big last couple of months for Victor Gyökeres. But listen, there we go. I think that lineup is very strong, very much capable of getting the job done against Chelsea. It's near enough full strength. I think when you think about the bench as well, and you would have the likes of Kai Havertz possibly back. You're going to have the likes of Jesus, your likes of Mosquera and Calafiori, Lewis-Skelly, Christian Norgard, and like, that's a ridiculous bench. And if it's not going right, you can make it right. And I think that's the biggest thing that we've been able to do this season. So there we go. That is it. That's the lineup. Let me know in the comment section, as usual, what you think. Do you agree or disagree with that lineup? Let me know. Big game. Let's get the job done. Let's get the 3 points, tick off another game, move on to the next one. And of course, by the time we kick off this game, we'll know what has happened in the Leeds and Man City game and whether, you know, we've been done any favours or not. So we'll wait and see. So listen, you know what to do if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.